Send him in. Why, Jim, I thought you started for Tonto Valley.
I did. But the stage was held up. Took every cent of that loan you made me for the railroad.
Oh, man, sit down and tell me about it.
I can't figure it out. $40,000 was in a post office strongbox, and those bandits didn't even touch it. They didn't even look for it. What do you make of that?
Well, it looks as though they were just after your money.
That's the way it struck me, but Charlie, I've got to get another loan.
Oh, well, now, Jim.
Can't you see, Charlie? That job has got to be finished. We've got it almost finished now, but the men want their pay. They're getting restless. They won't work without pay, and we can't finish the job without money. You know that.
Yes, I know, Jim, but after all,
Please, Charlie, don't let us down now.
I don't want to let you down, Jim, but I've given you one loan promptly and without asking any questions.
Yes, Charlie, you were fine about it.
I'm in the banking business. I'm responsible for people's savings. I can't go on granting unsecured loans without...
I'm responsible to people too, Charlie. I'm pledged to get that railroad spur finished. If I fail, all of us ranchers will go broke. And we'll keep on paying heavy toll to Buck Collins the rest of our days, just so we can cross his land with our cattle. Charlie, our very existence is at stake.
Yes, I know. It's not your fault that nature seems to come to the aid of scoundrels like this. I'm well aware of the fact that you're not responsible for the holdup. But this is a bank.
Charlie, isn't there anything you can do?
No, Jim, I'm sorry, but... yes, there is something we can do. Miss Britt, the first thing we'll do is to get to the bottom of this holdup business. I have just the man for the job. His name is... take a telegram to Hopalong Cassidy, Bar 20 Ranch. Dear Hoppy.
Your help urgently needed for investigation of stagecoach holdup in Tonto Valley. Bandits stole money intended for payroll on new railroad spurs. Will grant new loan to James Marlow if you advise it. Signed, Charles Higgins.
Railroad loan? Stagecoach holdup? I don't get the connection.
Maybe it's the connection that needs investigating.
Well, what I say is, let them figure it out for themselves. I'm still tired from that last investigation we did.
Yeah, I know, but I never knew Charlie Higgins to holler wolf. Well, come on, lazy bones. Here we go again.
Not me, Hoppy. I'm too cozy and comfortable and right here in the sun. You know, Hoppy, I think old spring fever's got me. I just can't bear to think of leaving the bar at 20.
All right. Have your own way. You either go with me or you stay here and let the cook fill you up with sulfur and molasses.
Sulfur and molasses?
Yep.
You said anything about staying. Come on, Hoppy, let's go.
228.
That's right. You won't be getting this toll money very much longer, Morgan.
Well, I've heard that for years.
Yeah? Well, the rancher's going to build that railroad spur this time. And when it's done, you and Collins are going to have to hold up a few stagecoaches to make a living.
If we do, you won't know anything about it, Greenhorn.
Howdy, Cowboy.
Where do you fellas think you're going?
What's it to you?
Plenty.
Plenty of none of your business.
Hold it, Lucky. Till we find out what this is all about. Explain yourself, mister, and make it short.
Well, the long and the short of it is that you happen to be riding on Buck Collins' land, and I'm his foreman, Dave Morgan.
And just what does that mean?
I reckon you saw that herd of cattle pass through here a minute ago, didn't you?
Sure, we're not blind.
And I ain't deaf either, see?
I'll handle it, Lucky. Go ahead, Mr. Morgan.
Well, there happens to be a toll charge on every head of cattle that pass through here.
We don't happen to be cattle.
I don't care what you are. Cattle, skunk, or stranger. Now fork over, take the long way across the mountain.
Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Morgan. But I've been riding range all my life. I never paid to ride across anybody's land. I don't reckon I'll be starting now. Come on, Lucky, we'll take the mountain trail.
Yeah, I never had a hankering to associate with sneaking coyotes anyway. Why, you...
Take it easy, cowboy. If you'll just stick to your toll collecting, you might live to a ripe old age.
Yeah. Maybe long enough to meet again.
He's a right nice fellow, ain't he?
Yeah.
Ah, come on. Stop at that mission over there and see how far it is to the railroad camp.
All right.
Hey, listen. If I didn't know Speedy MacGinnis was up in the Yukon, I'd swear that was him playing his favorite tune.
Yeah. Boy, that guy puts in the same trilly bits just like Speedy.
He sure does. Same little swoops and curlicues, too.
Well, burn me for Ward. Hoppy!
How are you, Speedy?
And Lucky.
Hello, Speedy. It was him after all.
You mean it is him?
Come on in.
Come on! There you are, Speedy. Well, what are you doing in a mission? I thought when you left the Bar 20, you went to Yukon looking for gold.
Nope, couldn't find none no place. So figured I'd be better off earning $1 a day than earning nothing.
So?
Well, so I'm working for the railroad.
Railroad? What railroad?
Well, you see, I ain't working there no more. Never did get that $1. Trouble started when the payroll stopped. Then a couple of fellers started stirring up the men to get 'em to quit work and tear up the road bed.
You mean the spur the ranchers are building?
Sure. And before I could stop myself, I'd busted one of 'em in the nose. And I got a hunch that's what started the fight. Sort of.
Oh, I get it.
No, I got it. Got shot in the arm. Found myself heading out of camp on my horse. Then a little later, Padre Jose picked me up out there.
Padre Jose?
Sure. You know him, Hoppy. He'll sure be glad to see you. I'll hurry and tell him you're here.
All right, Speedy.
Padre, there's an old friend of yours out here.
Who? Who is it?
Padre.
Hopalong Cassidy. Welcome, my son, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Padre, it's been years since I've seen you. Those years have certainly been kind to you.
And you too, my son. Those same years have permitted you to make a fine name for yourself. I'm proud of you.
Oh, now, Padre,
Oh, he has not changed one iota. He never could bear to be complimented. Oh, but you must meet Miss Ellen Marlow, daughter of Jim Marlow, owner of the Double M Rancho.
How do you do? How do you do?
Hello, Mr. Cassidy. This is a great privilege. I've heard so many fine things about you.
I beg your pardon, Ellen, but this is Senor Cassidy.
How do you do, miss? I'm glad to know you. This is Lucky Jenkins, my right-hand man. That is, when he isn't daydreaming.
Yeah. Now, Hoppy and me, we've been a lot of places together. We've seen a lot, too. But this is the prettiest little place I've ever seen, isn't it, Hoppy?
Yeah, it sure is. Padre, this is Lucky Jenkins.
Delighted to meet any friend of Hoppy's. Speedy has no doubt been telling you that he's recovering from a wound. This young lady has been kind enough to come every day to help me nurse him.
That was mighty nice of her. Yeah, Speedy was telling us about the trouble he got himself into. I'm certainly glad we stopped here to find out the way to that new railroad spur.
Oh, then maybe you know my father.
No, I can't say I do, miss. But I'd certainly like to help him finish that railroad.
Oh, in that case, Hoppy, you and your friend must make the mission your headquarters, eh?
Oh, thank you so much. Now, if you'll excuse us, Lucky and me better ride over and take a look at that railroad.
Ah, yes, but be back in time for dinner.
We will. Come on, Lucky. Lucky.
Oh, I don't think I can go, Hoppy.
Why not?
Well, there's something wrong with my horse. He's lame. I'd better stay here and fix his shoe.
Oh.
Why, I'd be glad to show you the way, Mr. Cassidy.
That's fine.
Oh, I don't think it'll hurt him to ride him that far, Hoppy.
Oh, no, you don't. You're going to stay right here.
I shall be glad of your company, Senor Lucky. And perhaps when you are through shoeing your horse, you will help Felipe and myself with a little gardening.
So long, Lucky, and take good care of the posies.
You sure ain't changed a bit, Lucky.
Oh.
All right, men. How much longer are we going to wait? Marlow isn't coming back with any money. It's a lie, I tell you.
He's right. What are we going to do about it?
Do? Why, tear up the railroad. It's our work, our sweat that laid it.
Come on, man. Let's tear it up. Come on, let's get it.
We ought to do something mighty quick. Those men are getting out of hand.
Wonder what's keeping Marlow.
Look, Collins is going to talk to the men.
Hey, wait a minute, boys. Come on back here. Come here.
Looks like some trouble over there.
It's the workers. They want their pay.
You can't blame them much for that.
I wouldn't be so hasty if I was you. Calm down.
Who's asking you, Buck Collins? You aren't building this railroad. Go on, men, tear it up.
Man, listen to me. You can't do this. Well, it'll get you if you do wreck the road. Jim Marlow said he'd get the money, and he'll keep his word. Now, wait a while.
We've waited long enough.
It isn't Marlow's fault if the stage was held up and the bandits stole the money.
How do we know those bandits took $20,000? Nobody on that stage counted the money. I'll bet all those bandits got was $21 bills, if they got that much.
It's a lie.
What? You hear that, men? I guess we're all liars because we want our pay. Come on, let's blow it up.
They're going to wreck it. They'll ruin everything. We've got to do something.
Oh, we're going to do something, but this don't look like the time to do it.
But I must.
It'd be dangerous to go in and try to talk to those men now.
I don't care. I've got to stop them.
Wait a minute.
If you came to help my father, then why don't you do something? I suppose you're afraid.
Miss Marlow.
Listen, men. Don't do this. Think what it means to all the ranchers. Please, listen to me.
Well, I've done all I can with them, miss.
Listen, men. Please, listen to me.
They're out! We're firing!
Hoppy!
Oh, hello, Padre. How's Miss Ellen feeling?
She's shaken up a bit, that's all. But she'll be all right soon.
Oh, that's fine. You know, she's a spunky little thing.
Yes, she is.
I thought I'd better bring her back here so long as her father's still up in San Francisco.
You did precisely the right thing, Hoppy, as you always do.
Oh.
She asked me to send you to see her.
She did?
Yes. I think she wishes to apologize for her stubbornness.
Apologize? Well, I don't want her to do that. She didn't say anything.
Always permit a woman to apologize if she insists upon it, Hoppy. It makes her feel better and nobler.
It does? All right.
Good luck.
And then one day it happened, just like that. That ornery dynamite that I'd handled just as gentle as a baby. Up and explodes right in my face. It sent me a-flying into the air, just like a dang-busted mockingbird.
Listen to the mockingbird. Tweet, tweet.
Lucky, are you aiming to be disrespectful?
Correct. Except my aim ain't as good as it used to be.
Now, ain't that gratitude for you? You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Lucky, talking like that to the best cowhand in the country.
Wow, that's a good one. Why, miss, he's the laziest cowhand in the whole country. Why, one time he started out to brand a calf. And do you know before he got the job done, that calf was a full-grown cow and ready for market?
I can't put up with young squirts that's insulting. Now, if you'll excuse me, ma'am, I'll go where I won't have to listen to such childish insults.
Goodbye, Speedy.
Good. Oh,
Oh, Lucky, now you've hurt his feelings. Go after him and tell him you're sorry. Please.
Well, all right, but it's just to please you, remember. Are you sure it's going to please you, Liz?
Yes, Lucky. I'm sure.
Well, young lady.
Why, hello, Mr. Cassidy.
Well, I hope you're feeling better.
Oh, yes, I'm all right now. Except that I'm sorry. Awfully sorry for what I said to you and...
Well, you didn't say anything wrong. I suppose the Padre told you your father's on his way home with the money.
Yes, and that isn't all he told me. But I suppose you're too modest to admit that you're responsible for it. But anyhow, I want to thank you.
Well, there's nothing to thank me about. But there is something you can do for me.
What's that?
Just promise me you'll quit worrying and know that everything's going to be all right.
I know that it will be.
You promise?
I promise.
Good. Lucky. Come here.
Well, what do you want?
I want you to get a job on that railroad spur.
Railroad spur? Why?
Well, you can kind of keep your eye peeled for whoever's causing that trouble.
All right, Hoppy.
But before you start your sleuthing, I want you to ride in town with Miss Marlow and pick up her father when the stage gets in. That'll kind of give you an idea of how things are going.
Oh, that's swell, Hoppy. I'll get the buckboard ready.
I'll be working on the railroad.
You wait here, my son.
Yes, Father.
Is the sheriff in, my son?
Well, no, he isn't, Father, but I'm the deputy sheriff. Can I do anything for you?
Perhaps I had better leave a note for him.
Why, yes, of course. Come right in, Father.
Paper right there. You will please see that the sheriff gets this, my son. It's quite important.
Why, yes, Father, just as soon as he comes in.
Good day, Deputy.
Day, Father. Stagecoach will be held up at 10 a.m. at Hyde Pass. Make sure... Oh,
Oh, for the love of Sheriff! Oh, Sheriff, Sheriff! Oh, Sheriff! The state! Who's seen the state? The sheriff! Oh, Sheriff!
Thanks, Felipe. You go back to the mission, tell the Padre everything is all right.
Si, senor.
Come on, Speedy.
Well, Hoppy, life certainly ain't dull around you. You know, it wouldn't surprise me a bit if you told me you was gonna hold up the stage.
For a slow-talking fella, you sure catch on quick. Speedy, I figure that somebody's trying to stop Jim Marlow and the ranchers from finishing that railroad. Somebody that knew about Marlow being on the stage when it was held up.
Hoppy, I bet they stole that money so the men couldn't be paid.
Exactly. Now, if the stage was held up once, it's going to be held up again today when it brings Marlow in with the money.
You mean you're figuring on another...
Sure. And I know just about where it's going to happen, too.
Guess I'll never be able to keep up with you, Hoppy. What are you aiming to do now?
Well, Speedy, if you was aiming to hold up a stagecoach and somebody beat you to it, what would you do?
Well, you see, I ain't never had no practice holding up stagecoaches. But if anybody beat me to it, you wouldn't see me around till I'd shot him down like a dog where he stood.
That's what I thought. But you'd have to get out in the open to do that. That's exactly what I'm aiming to make these bandits do. They come to the stage now. Get your gun ready. We're turning bandits for a day. Ain't scared, are you?
We ain't scared. You go right ahead.
I don't want to hurt anybody. There's $20,000 in there. If you give it to me, it might save you a lot of trouble. That's fine. All right, boys. On your way.
Trouble, ready!
Well, so far, so good.
Wait a minute. I'll take that money.
Get your hands up, all of you!
So you thought you could get by with another holdup, huh? Well, maybe a long jail term will teach you boys something. And if it don't, there's always a rope. Take them away. All right, come on, move on.
Sure nice of Hoppy to plan on letting me drive you into town like this.
But this must seem very dull for a man of action like you, Lucky.
Well, it's a funny thing, miss, but you know, there comes a time in every man's life when he craves feminine society. You know, sort of has the urge to settle down. You take me,
Why, this is very sudden, Lucky.
Well, what I meant was that I'm the type of fellow that likes to sit around and think about pretty things.
Oh, you mean you're a dreamer?
Yeah, I guess that's what I am. You know, Hoppy, he doesn't understand that side of me. You know, I think it takes a woman to understand a man like me. Someone like you, for instance.
Oh, do you really think so?
Sure. You could make a fella feel like dreaming, too.
Could I?
Certainly you could. You know, I wouldn't have to look up at the stars each night. I could just look into your eyes.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you better look at the horses if you're going to pick up Father.
Yeah. Well, yes.
They got Marlow's money again.
Where's the sheriff?
We're just in time. There's a stage.
Well, what all the excitement's about?
Why, I told you. He went after the bandits that held up the stage.
But it isn't possible.
Dad!
How could he know?
Dad, what's happened?
Oh, it's the bandits again, honey. I'm afraid we're sunk.
Look, here comes the sheriff now.
Yeah, and he's got the bandits with him.
They're the ones, all right. Those other two held me up the last time.
Last time? Oh, yeah.
They got him. I hope they hang the whole bunch of them.
We'll have to do a better job next time. Gotta think of something sure. I got it. Listen.
Thanks, boss. Sorry about the explosion.
That's all right, Pete.
We'll make up for the time we've lost, Mr. Marlow.
Oh, forget it.
Can't understand how Stokey and Pete stepped up on the stagecoach job. Yeah, the chief will have a fit. Yeah, well, don't worry. We'll make up for it.
Say, fellas, where do I get water around here?
Why, down the water car.
Thanks.
Who's he? I don't know. He's a new man. Saw him hanging around the Marlow gal like a lovesick calf.
Hey, don't you do that.
Oh. Say, you in the next cell.
You mean me?
Yeah. Ever think of joining up with anyone besides that dopey pal of yours?
He don't think much of you, does he? Nope.
You seem pretty smart. We'll make it worth your while.
Nope, we play a lone hand.
I think the boss could use you.
Yeah? Maybe I'll pick you up on that when we get out of here.
Yeah? Well, there's gonna be no hurry about that, son. Because you fellas are gonna be in here until the maws eat the hides off of you.
Oh, that'd be an awful way to go. Say, if I didn't know any more about handling a rope than that, I'd go out and hang myself with it. Bring it over here and I'll show you how it's done.
Oh, no. I ain't gonna let you play any tricks on me.
All right. Stay ignorant.
Well, I will. I will let you show me. Say, now listen here. If you try any monkey shines, I'll draw on you, so help me.
Oh, I bet you would. Did you ever hear of William Tell?
Tell. Well, say now, there were some Tells that lived over...
No, that's not the one.
Well, if he ain't a ignorant cuss...
Now, Speedy, it's not nice to call a man ignorant just because he don't know about Mr. Tell.
Well, sure. Why, I can't be expected to know every hombre in the state.
Why, of course not. Mr. Tell was the man that shot the apple off his son's head. Now, if it'd been me, I'd have just snitched it off with a rope.
Oh, well, you can't make me believe that you could do that.
You just put something on your head and find out.
All right, sir, I will, Mr. Smart Aleck. Put something on my head. Say, I got an apple. Will that do?
An apple?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Hoppy, you gonna hog time?
Why, Speedy, I wouldn't do a thing like that.
No.
Oh, that's better.
See, I told you couldn't do it.
Come on, here you go.
Now, you...
Speedy, get the keys out.
See, oh, shut up! Say, now, it's too tight. Loosen it up a little bit. It's too tight. Shut up! You got that too tight. I'll never be able to get out of here. Shut up! Hey, the resistance, you fellas will get life for this.
Open the other cell.
Maybe longer.
There's a band.
Yeah, well, let him out.
Shut up! Doggone it, I'll never be able to... If you...
Get the horses ready, boys.
And call the sheriff. Oh, shit. I'll never forgive you fellas for this.
Open your mouth.
No,
Wide. There, that'll keep the flies out. So this is your hideout. Nice-looking place.
It ought to be. Buck Collins owns it.
I thought you two were in jail. Who are you? Say, I've seen you before, haven't I?
Yeah. Only it wasn't quite so social.
Why'd you bring him here?
He got us out of jail. Besides, the other ones that held up the stage. I thought maybe Collins could use them.
Never mind explaining. We didn't ask to join up with you. We was invited here. Come on, partner.
Wait a minute. Maybe I had you sized up all wrong. We can use a couple of men like you around here. What's your name?
Grant. Jim Grant. This is my partner. Just plain Speedy.
Speedy, eh?
That's me.
Well, maybe all of you better wait out in the bunkhouse till Collins gets back. Stay undercover. That sheriff might be aiming to pay us a call.
Morning, Ben.
Hey, hey! What happened?
Well, had a nap. Hey, I'm tied up.
Yeah, I see you are.
Tied around the neck.
Come on, blow your head over. Come on.
Where we go? Where? Well, tell.
The bandits broke jail. They're gone. Get your horse.
Hey, one of you boys stand up. That's right. Hurry up.
Fenton, take some of the men, go with the Collins Ranch into the Tonto Valley. The rest of us will head for the new railroad.
All right.
All right, split up, man.
Looks like we won't be paying toll to you much longer.
No, I reckon not. But I'm not a man to squawk.
Hey, look what's up.
That's it, young fella.
Go ahead, give it away.
That's a good one.
Get him, men. He wanted to burn the trestle. Look, see that oil?
That's a lie. I caught him in the act of trying to burn the trestle down.
Sure. He got the job so he could wreck the railroad.
That isn't so. I caught them, I tell you.
Come on, let's get him.
Now, wait a minute, fellas. Listen.
Get him!
Stay right where you are.
See? Holding a gun, too. I told you he was the man.
Get him!
That kid's as slippery as an eel. You boys go that way. Come on.
Howdy. Oh, I was just wondering, have you seen anything of them bandits?
No, I haven't seen hide nor hair of them.
Oh, you ain't, huh?
No.
well, all right. Thanks.
Well, there they go.
It's getting too close in here for me. I'm going out and get some air.
Yeah, me too. The sheriff didn't seem to bother you none, Grant.
Ah, things like that never worry me.
They sure worry me, though. Sheriffs always give me indigestion.
Even some pin money, Morgan?
I was just getting ready to talk to you, boys. You see, I've got a feeling that things aren't going to turn out so good for Collins. I figured we'd split up this money from that first stage holdup and beat it.
And of course, you're going to count us in.
Well, you don't suppose
Yeah,
that
we do. But it won't be a bad idea to split 3 ways.
Certainly.
Supposing Collins gets back now.
Not a chance in the world. He's too busy horsing around that railroad. All right, let's go. Quiet, little weasel. What are you doing up there? Come on, spit it out. Speak up before I drill you.
Oh, I was just up there, looking for a hen's nest. Eggs. Poached eggs.
Oh, here's a goose egg for you. You won't have to look for it either.
Cut it out. I'll handle it myself. You were spying, weren't you? So that you and your pard could steal this money to make up for what you missed on that last stagecoach job. Well, your spying days are over.
What's going on here?
Oh, hello.
You're just in time, Grant, to see your partner eat dirt. Maybe we'll let you join him.
Is this your idea of a joke?
If it is, you won't get a chance to laugh at it. There's no use your pretending. We just caught your shiftless friend here spying on us from up there.
Why, you dirty little double-crosser. I've got a hankering to finish you off myself.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
That hankering of yours isn't such a bad idea. Here. You can use his own gun on him. It'll give you a chance to prove you're on the level.
That'll be a pleasure. Get over there. All right, you sneaking coyote. Get over against the wall. Go on.
Well, come on. Can't take all day to step on a worm.
Get your hands up. Get them up. All right, Speedy. Get their guns. Now that he's gone, how about you boys joining up with me?
You mean you...
Sure, you betcha, Grant. I like your style.
That's fine. First, we'll have to hide out for a while till things blow over. And I know just the spot. We'll go to Padre Jose's mission.
Mission? Us in a mission?
That's what I said.
You're the boss. Looks like you know all the answers.
All right, let's go.
What about the money, Hop? Grant? I saw Morgan put in his shirt.
Why, I plumb forgot about that money. Well, he's deader than a mackerel.
Stop worrying, my son. Fretting never solved the problem.
Yes, I know, Padre, but Hoppy's in jail and the posse there after me. Oh, if I could only get him out.
I understand your worrying. But just remember, Hopalong Cassidy has solved more difficult problems than this.
That's right. He sure has. So maybe
you'd better get into the house at once, my son.
Yes, Padre.
Felipe, first ask who it is.
Who is it, please?
It's I, Felipe. Alice. Padre, the sheriff is after Lucky. Have you seen him?
Yes, dear. He's in the...
Oh, Lucky, are you all right? I heard what happened at the railroad.
Oh, I'm all right. It's Hoppy and Speedy in jail I'm worried about.
But haven't you heard? They broke jail last night.
What? Are you sure?
Yes, I thought you knew.
Do you hear that, Padre? Please, who is it?
Open up, Felipe. It's me, Cassidy.
Padre, it's Senor Cassidy.
Well, here we are, boys.
Hoppy, Speedy.
Hoppy. Cassidy. That isn't Grant. That's Hopalong Cassidy.
Just a minute, boys. You're not figuring on leaving so soon, are you?
Now, if that ain't downright impolite, and just as the desserts are gonna be served.
All right, boys. Get down. I want you to meet some friends of mine. Go ahead. Speedy, take their horses. And the hardware. Boys, I'd like you to meet Miss Marlow. Well, a gentleman usually tips his hat when he meets a lady. All right. That's better. This is Lucky Jenkins. By the way, Miss Marlow is the daughter of the man you robbed the first time the stage was held up. This is Padre Jose, who could probably teach you boys a few things you ought to know. But first, I'd like to ask him if he can spare that little dobe hut over there.
You know, Hoppy, that everything here is at your disposal.
Thank you, Padre. I always like to make my guests as comfortable as possible. Now, if it's convenient to you, I'll show you to your quarters.
What happened to you?
Stokey and Pete, they came here.
Yes? Yeah, I know. They broke jail.
They came here with two hombres that held up the stagecoach, and they drilled my arm and took all the money.
You let them get away with it?
How could I help it? But listen, Buck. They left me for dead, and I heard where they're going. Let's round up some of the boys and go after them. The sheriff will give you a gold medal for getting rid of them.
Hey, that's a good idea. Can you make it with that arm?
Sure, he only nicked me.
Get the men.
Hey, Hoppy, how's this?
That's all right, but no shooting unless I give the word. Lucky, suppose you get back to one of them posts on the front porch.
I'd like to get my hands on those 2 men at the railroad.
Well, maybe you will.
And what post do I hold, General?
You? You're going home, young lady.
Mr. Cassidy, I won't go home. I can handle a gun with the best of them.
I'll bet you can, but not this time. You see, we don't know what's going to happen. I hope to get Collins and Morgan. They're liable to bring along more men than we can get in this little dobe hut here. In that case, we're going to have trouble. Lots of trouble.
He's right, my child.
But, Padre,
Wait a minute. There is something you can do. Suppose you ride over to the railroad camp and tell your father to keep a sharp eye on the men that had the trouble with Lucky.
Oh, but Dad won't listen, I know. He thinks Lucky tried to burn the trestle.
General's orders.
Oh. Yes, General.
Come on.
I'm on my way.
oil. Let's go!
All right, now they can come along anytime they want.
Felipe, what are you doing?
Felipe will help Senor Cassidy.
I think that rifle has seen better days.
If it will not shoot, then I use for a club to hit it overhead.
Felipe, see who's there.
Wait a minute. Maybe you can help me now, Felipe. Come on.
Open up!
Who is it, please?
Open up! I want to see the Padre. Open up that gate! Open up that gate there! Where's the Padre? Where is he?
All right, get down.
I thought we're going in.
Don't look right to me. That gate closed mighty quick.
Hey, Morgan, what's up?
Collins, open the gate. Well, what's the matter with him?
All right, tell your men everything's all right. You're having a nice little talk with the Padre. Well, talk.
Well, it's all right, boys. I'm having a little talk with the Padre.
Now get moving for that dobe hut over there.
Well, you don't think you're going to get away?
Loud.
The sheriff is looking for you right now.
That may be, but he won't have to worry about you. Get moving. Well, Padre, we have a couple more guests.
So I see, my son. Well, we have room for them.
Well, Padre, I didn't know that you were the friend of bandits. This man is wanted for holding up the stage.
Not a bandit, Senor Collins. Hopalong Cassidy.
You gentlemen seem upset about something. Padre, would you mind opening the door, please?
That shooting there ain't no 4th of July celebration.
What are we going to do?
Let's break the gate down. Come on, let's go.
Oh, senor, it is my fault. I do not mean to shoot you.
It's all right, Felipe. Take care of the Padre.
Si, senor.
Wagon here.
Viva!
But, Dad, it wasn't Lucky, I tell you. Lucky works for Cassidy, and it was Hopalong himself who held up the stagecoach to keep the bandits from getting your money again.
Hopalong Cassidy? Well, why didn't you say so before?
Back. We caught these two trying to row up the roadbed again. That young fellow Lucky was right. These are the rats who tried to fire the trestle. Buck Collins is behind the whole thing.
Now, wait a minute, men. You want Buck Collins, and so do I. We can find him at the mission.
Come on, fellas.
Let me use your horse.
Oh, but, Dad, I've got to go. Maybe I can help. Besides, I don't want to miss all the fun.
No, I don't want you to get hurt.
Oh,
You stay
please
here.
let me go.
No, you stay here.
Bad, Padre?
No, my son. I do not think it's serious.
Things are getting pretty hot here, but it's going to be a fight to the finish.
Hoppy, I can make a run for that gate and bring help.
Don't try it, Lucky. You'll never make it.
But you and the Padre, you're wounded.
Oh, this is all right. It's the Padre I'm worried about. What's that coming?
It's the men from the railroad.
I hope they're on our side this time. Well, that looks like the... Wait a minute. You take care of the Padre. I'll take care of him.
Well, Hoppy, we owe all of this to you.
It's mighty nice of you to feel that way about it, Mr. Marlow. But I think you owe the success of this whole thing to the spirit of all these men. They've all got it.
Well, what's Collins doing here?
Well, since this train goes by the state prison, the sheriff figured it might be a good idea to give Collins and his men a free one-way ticket on the new road.
Well, it sure was worth fighting for, wasn't it, Lucky?
Yeah, she sure was. Oh, Speedy.